Hey guys, welcome back to the Shire. My name is Rebecca and I'm a stay-at-home mom and an online reseller. I currently sell on 7 different platforms including eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Curtsy, Kidizen, Facebook Marketplace, and Etsy. On this channel, I make reselling content including thrift hauls, thrift with me's, yard sale with me's, yard sale hauls, and videos like today, which are what sold videos. In today's video, we're going to go over my sales from the second half of May, and we are also going to recap the entire month of May. So first, let's get into the numbers for the second half of May, which would be May 16th through the 31st. In those 16 days, I sold 18 items, and 3 of those items were flip items. If you're not familiar with Flip, it is a consignment app that I am going to be doing a video on once I am done doing my first set of consignment items, and I'll let you know more about that later. But the 3 of those items I don't get the full profit from, basically, is what the importance is in this video. Let's talk about the breakdown of how many items sold on each platform. So this is going to equal 99%. Doesn't always come out to a perfect 100 because I round my numbers, but my highest performing platform for those last 2 weeks, once again, was eBay, but this time it actually tied with Poshmark. So eBay and Poshmark each had 6 sales, and that equated to approximately 33% of my sales. Coming in second place, we have a 3-way tie with Mercari, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace. They each had 2 sales, and that equated to 11%. If you saw a little something go across the screen, I'm at my parents' house. That was their cat, Luna. She may make an appearance in this video again. And finally, we have Kidizen and Curtsy, and I made no sales on either of those platforms. Kidizen's hit or miss, and Curtsy, as I talked about before, it's pretty much just not a good platform for me. My total gross sales was $384.67. I do have my computer over here also, so I can read you the numbers. My total fees was $149.25. And in those fees, I do include the amount of money I have to pay to my client for those consignment items. So that's why it's a little bit higher than usual. My net profit before taxes was $218.78. So now let's look at the entire month of May. May had 31 days and I sold 41 items. So I definitely met my goal of selling 1 item per day for the month. 6 of those items were flip items, which is pretty decent because my flip lot has 9 items, which means I have 3 items left to sell for my client. Now again, let's look at the breakdown per platform, and this also is going to equate to 99% due to rounding, but my top platform was eBay. eBay is still my favorite platform, I think. It's hard to say which is my favorite, but right now I think it's my favorite as far as how many sales I'm getting over there. But they came in with 14 sales, which made up 34% of my total sales. So it wasn't quite as, there wasn't quite as big a difference between that platform and my other platforms as it has been, I think, in the last month or last couple months. Poshmark was right on eBay's tail with 12 sales, and that made up 29%. I definitely had more Poshmark sales than I had been having recently. I'm not sure what the difference is, but I seem to be getting more Poshmark sales again. Mercari had 8 sales with 20%. Facebook Marketplace had 3 sales at 7%. Etsy also had 3 sales at 7%. Kidizen had 1 sale at 2%, and Curtsy was still a big old goose egg. Now let's look at the individual items that sold. I've slid the camera that way you have a nice spot here so I can put my pictures so you see what actually sold. The first item that sold on May 16th, and it was actually one of my flip items. It was this, yes ma'am. It was this Prana Ardor, or Arger, not sure how you pronounce that, athletic dress, brown, red, orange, green, multicolor, size small. This sold on eBay for $20, and I made $6.57 after paying fees and after paying my client. So that only took 34 days to sell, which is pretty good. And Prana is definitely a brand that I have not found on my own, or I found it and wasn't sure about how well it performed. So that's kind of one of the nice things about doing this consignment lot, is that I can kind of test out some of these brands that I don't find too often or just haven't sold very much. I didn't have any sales on May 17th, so we're going to May 18th. On May 18th, I sold another flip item. This one was over on Mercari, and I sold this Athleta Nanda Red Grenadine Textured Maxi Dress Athletic Side Slit Size Extra Small Petite. This sold for $27 free shipping. My net profit was $5.59, and it took 35 days to sell. I do find some Athleta, I think this was an older tag Athleta, but I was actually surprised that it sold because it was a petite. And usually my petite items don't sell very quickly. Maybe because it was a dress, it didn't matter as much, but I was happy to sell it. Once again, we're not looking at very high profits because it was a consignment piece. So it's something to take into account. I had two more sales on May 18th. The first one was this new Structure Slim Fit black polo shirt, short sleeve, size large. This sold for $10 over on eBay, and I made $9.60. It took 3 days to sell. I actually bought this for my husband, and it didn't fit him, and I just had bought it at a thrift store. So I know I paid like $4 for it, maybe. So I made some money off of it, but it's not something, I don't know the brand Structure. That was the brand, so I don't know them. I don't think it's anything high end. I was willing to let it go for that $10. The last item to sell on May 18th was over on Poshmark. I sold this vintage 1993 Harley Davidson 10-inch plush biker pig with bandana. I sold this for $10 and I made $5.87. I had $1.18 of average cost of goods from a yard sale, and that took 352 days to sell. I don't know, Harley usually sells faster for me. I don't know why this didn't sell quite so fast. I think it was oversaturated to an extent. Yeah, either way, I still was surprised it took so long to sell. Maybe Harley Davidson plush just aren't as popular as the clothing items are. On May 19th, I had one sale, and it was over on Etsy. I sold this vintage new Toy Network 1999 Woody Woodpecker stuffed animal plush 13.5 inches. It sold for $15 and I made $12.81. I had nothing into it because this was my husband's that he gave me. He had it when he was a kid, never played with it or anything like that, so it was in great condition, and that took 30 days to sell. So some plush can be worth it. I have a whole box of plush that tells me not all plush is worth it, but definitely look them up. On May 20th, I also had one sale. Over on eBay, I sold this Trina Turk retro orange-white terry cloth belted dress swim cover-up size small. I had $4.99 into this from the thrift store, and I made $16.77, and it took 23 days to sell. Obviously, Trina Turk is kind of one of those brands you hear about as being a pretty decent brand. This is the first time I've found it, and I think it was an older label just by the way the tag looked, but I couldn't find this dress anywhere. It even had a style number, and I just couldn't find anything about it. So it felt kind of like a swim cover-up to me, so I put that in the title. I don't know what the person's going to actually use it for, because it did have a belt also. Maybe it was just a fancy swim cover-up, or maybe it was just a dress that happened to be made of towel material. I don't know. But I'm glad I kind of went with my gut on that and bought it, because it definitely turned out well with $16, 77% profit. I really would love for all my profits to be like $15 or right there, at least above that would be great too. But yeah, so it was a good pickup. On May 21st, I also had one sale. This was a Mercari sale, and it was this Adidas Originals tape full zip hoodie, white pink spirit color block, size medium. I almost kept this for myself, but I decided to sell it. I picked it up for $2 at a yard sale, and it sold for $48 free shipping. It was a 2-pound package because it was pretty heavy. I made $31.52, and it sold in 1 day. I talk about this in a recent video. If you look back, I did a video on like FedEx Smart Post, which is now called FedEx Ground Economy, I think. But I just did a video about that, and by the time you see this video, it'll be several videos ago. But if you look, you can find that video, and I talk about how this package didn't start tracking for like a week. but it finally has made it to the person, to the buyer. I don't think they rated me yet because Mercari, they have a couple days. I kind of feel like they might not rate me and I might just get an automatic rating, which is fine with me. But yeah, I'm glad to say it finally started tracking and it was delivered. On May 22nd, I had one sale on Facebook Marketplace. It was this new Hanes Comfort Flex Fit white bra size small. This was new with tags. I picked it up at a yard sale for $2. I did not really pick it up for resale, but I bought it for myself and didn't like it. So I decided to sell it and someone offered me $6 for it on Facebook. I think I had it listed at $10. But I took it, I made $3.50 and it took 36 days to sell. I would not pick this up to resell, but because I had it, I decided to sell it anyway. It seems like we are keeping on the theme of having about one sale a day. So on May 24th, I had one sale. It was over on eBay and I sold this Adidas Originals women's Addy Break track top, black-white track jacket in a size large. I got this from the same yard sale that I got that Adidas pink and white zip-up jacket from, or like sweatshirt hoodie thing. So this was also $2 and I sold it for $25. My net profit was $20.96 and that took 4 days to sell. So a mini story time with this item. I was getting messages from the buyer that were slightly difficult to understand. I believe there's a language barrier. And yeah, he was just asking some questions. It wasn't like anything crazy, but after he had bought it, well, I think he was messaging me asking me like how much I would take or something. And I don't know, he ended up buying it and then was asking questions about like when it would be delivered and things like that. So this was over Memorial Day weekend and it was going to Florida. And when he had messaged me asking something about the delivery, I was like, well, it says it's out for delivery, but it was on Memorial Day. So I said, it's out for delivery. I don't know if you're going to get it today because of the holiday. And he was like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm from Colombia and I didn't know it was a holiday today, basically. So I think what the story there that I'm trying to say is just that not every person who messages you on eBay is a scammer. I feel like we get that in our mind sometimes, like this person can't even their language is off. They must be foreign and it be like a scammer and whatever. I mean, that's true a lot of times, but this was a person who was being very polite. And I could kind of see in his profile, I actually thought it was going to be shipped to Colombia before he bought it. Or she, I'm not really sure if it was a male or female, but yeah, I thought it was actually going to go to Colombia because something in their profile said Colombia, but it seems like they are now in Florida. So just kind of take everything with a grain of salt. If the person's not acting crazy, just answer their questions. Some people are just genuine people who have questions. I mean, he didn't know it was Memorial Day. I feel like that's pretty well advertised, but you don't know. You don't know other people's lives. So just keep that in mind that not everybody's out there just to be rude or to scam you. On May 25th, I had one Poshmark sale, and it was this Carhartt baby toddler girl outfit, purple fawn deer, top camo leggings in a size 24 months. I had nothing into this. It was hand-me-down outfit, and I just didn't put it on my daughter, but it sold for $30 on Poshmark. Luna had feelings about that, but it sold for $30 on Poshmark. I made $24, and it took 74 days to sell. It took a little bit longer than I was anticipating. I know I priced it kind of high, but I had been sending out offers and no one had sent me an offer back. So I probably would have taken like $20 for it if someone had sent it to me, but I'm very happy someone bought it full price for $30. On May 26th, I had one Etsy sale and I sold another one of these wall decor Young and the Restless plates. This was Young and the Restless Collector's Plate 7 Mammy's Heart 1995 with a certificate of authenticity. And this sold for $15. I made $12.53 and it took 176 days to sell. I have 3 of these plates left and I am really hoping they sell soon, but they all seem to be selling on Etsy now, which I'm totally fine with. The only downside is they always pick like parcel select ground or whatever, which is the cheapest way, and I do offer that, but then I have to find my own box, which is fine. I have a lot of boxes saved, but it's always easier when you can just use a USPS box. On May 27th, I had an eBay sale for this Columbia hooded lightweight burnout top, bright pink, size 2X. This sold for $15. I had $1 into it. I made $12.14, and it took 88 days to sell. On May 28th, I actually had 3 sales. Are you sniffing my head? Oh, cats. Okay. On the 28th, I had 3 sales. The first sale was on eBay, and I sold this vintage Paul Frederick 100% linen black short sleeve button-up shirt, size large. I recently got this from a yard sale for 50 cents. I picked it up because it was 100% linen, and it was in good condition, size large. It sold for $18, and I made $15.14, and it took 6 days to sell, so that was a good pickup. My next sale was on Poshmark. It was this Land's End blue yellow floral sleeveless button-up shirt tank top, size large. It sold for $20. I had 50 cents into it from a yard sale from 2020. Took a long time for it to get listed, but sold pretty quickly within 15 days once I did list it, and I made $15.50. This is one of those items I just thought was like really cute. So for 50 cents, I picked it up and thought someone else would also think it's cute. My last sale that day was this Touch Gray Pittsburgh Pirates V-neck t-shirt, size medium. The brand was Touch by Alyssa Milano. I'm not really that familiar with it, but this sold for $10. I had $1 into it. I made $6.05, and this took 823 days to sell. That is rough. I picked this up February 25th, 2020. I started reselling like the end of January, so I'd been reselling for like a month when I picked this up, and it was not a good pickup. I wouldn't recommend it. On May 29th, I had one Poshmark sale, and it was this Eagle Creek blue packet garment folder, size medium. So it was like one of these things where you can like fold like a dress shirt or dress pants like into it, and then had like Velcro pieces that you just put down so it stays nice and flat and folded, and then you probably sit that like in a suitcase, I'd assume. Something like that. Kind of packing cube-esque, but not quite. It ended up selling for $10. I had $1 into it from a yard sale, and I made $6.05, and that took 298 days to sell. I thought that would sell a little bit faster, but yeah, it didn't. On May 29th, I sold these new Wrangler 5-star flex relaxed bootcut jeans, medium wash, size 30 by 32. This was from my flip lot. They sold for $15, and I made $3.75, and it took 47 days to sell. Yeah, no, not liking this consignment thing. My last sale of the month was on May 30th because I did not have any sales on the 31st, and it was over on Facebook. I sold these Christopher & Banks black stretch denim jeans, rhinestone bejeweled pockets, size 12, and they sold for $12. I had 47 cents average cost of goods into them from a yard sale. I made $10.43. They took 123 days to sell. I will not be picking up that brand anymore to sell. Yeah, they're just not, I don't think, very much sought after. So those were all of my sales for the second half of May and my recap for the entire month of May. Let me know in the comments how your month has done, if you are on your sales goal or not. And don't forget to like this video and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. You can also follow me on Instagram at TheCozyShire and hang out with me over there. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.